Is it on already?
It is on already. I am with Margaret Erickson, improviser, accounts manager at Square Tomato, and one-time leader of the collective UW's best and only improv group. Group or troupe?
Troupe.
Troupe, improv troupe, I knew that.
We have a fancy word. I think it's artists in general have to have some sort of fancy word to separate them from the masses.
Oh, and I left out, I'm in your place with Brandy. Yay, Brandy. Cheers.
Brandy. I find there's a lot of identity in Scooter. Like, I'm even called Scooter by some of my friends. Like, that's the nickname because it's this distinguishing factor from me. I don't own a car or anything. I just have busted for the most part for the past 5 years. So when I realized I wanted a scooter, I did. I don't do this very often. I don't impulse buy, but every so often I'll do it. So that same night that I decided, you know what, I need a scooter, I want one, I just went online and bought one that same night.
You buy them online. See, that's not like a car, you can buy a scooter online.
Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't buy the cheapest thing you can find online.
Gotcha.
That ended up biting me in the butt pretty bad. It just...
Scooter problems.
Well, lots of them. It arrived, and it never mentioned this on the website ever, it arrived in pieces. This was an assemble-yourself Chinese scooter.
I couldn't handle that.
I grew up in a family of almost all girls. Was that five girls and one boy?
Where did the boy fit?
At the very end.
Wow.
He was the baby of the family. My dad would get home from work and would see us having dressed up our little baby brother in a dress, and he would just this is his son. This is his one son, the heir to the Erickson throne, the heritage. And he would just say very sternly, "Get that boy out of that dress." you will not. We called him Daniel at the time, so we'd call him our sister Daniela. In advertising, which is the industry I'm in, I am the youngest person at my agency by quite a bit, and I'm in a position to manage the creative team.
Wow.
I'm in charge of writing up their schedules and looking at their work and sending it back to them or sending it to the client and talking to the client. So it's a lot of faking it. It is. It's absolutely. You have to feign confidence and feign that you know what you're talking about. You fake it till you make it, because then people respect you, they'll listen. It's the people that are not confident and kind of pretend, they second guess themselves right in front of you, and then you're like, this person doesn't know what they're saying.
I was right, you are brilliant.
They don't know. That doesn't mean I don't know what I'm talking about a lot of the times, but there's, the other 40% that I don't, and so I have found it a very useful tool.
Nice. I wish I had. You are brilliant, because I wish I had known that at your age. Yeah, I remember that now, because I was like, you're Mad Men.
Yeah, I do a lot of women. I smoke a lot of cigars, and why do you think I have my brandy?
Well, that was 50 years ago. 50? When did Mad Men take?
I look amazing. I'm not turning 24, I'm turning 54.
I see.
It's delightful. It's actually a very male-heavy industry. Maybe that's wrong. At least my experience has been very male-heavy.
You were saying the woman.
I'm the only female that is in the company, at least physically. We have freelancers that are off-site, but that's been a trip. To be the only woman.
I'm obsessed with eye contact lately. Do you think women are better in... Do you think women are in general better than men at eye contact?
Oh, that's interesting. I have no idea. That's probably not fair to try to label it one way or the other.
Okay.
That's probably pretty even. I don't even know how you'd measure that.
I don't either. It's a very subjective question.
I don't know, because if women were to have more conversations, then technically would they have more eye contact?
I don't know.
Whereas if you're talking about serious sit-down conversations, then are women more self-obsessed, and they would be like, oh man, what am I going to say next? Me. Me. Oh, there.
No, that's now you're being an improviser because that's what all like we're all
Wait. I'll improvise. There we go. I have no idea. Eye contact, men versus women. It varies so much, you know. Some of that has to do with confidence level. Whereas if I get with someone that shares my quality of like strong eye contact to the point where it feels like staring, like I could feel like I'm staring, but because you look away, you can't tell whether or not I've stopped staring at you. So if I'm in a conversation with someone that is equal to my level of eye contact, I'll look away more. I'll be like, oh, he's looking. What does that mean? What's the second conversation we're having? Does that mean something? Does he like me? Oh, he's still looking. The little flower is interesting.
Thank you, Margaret. This was delightful. And you were delightful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have to finish your drink though.
I do it.
And then stumble over. Or you probably drive over.
Good God.